I can't believe this is happening again. Now that's 2 straight losses for the Leafs. Post-Olympics. This is just completely irritating that I've seen the Toronto Maple Leafs coming back to the Olympic break, coming back from the break, and they put up yet another stinker, another L, and it's to none other than those Florida bums, those fraudulent Florida Panthers, the 2-time fraudulent Stanley Cup champions. I'm so irate. So irate. Leafs lose 5-1. Not 6-1. 5-1 to the Florida Panthers. And I don't know what just happened. I don't know what in the world I just saw. I've seen my team die. Seen a team lay head first. We put up an absolute disaster class. I don't know what to say. I don't know what's coming. And I don't have any words to say about this game. I mean, losing to Tampa Bay, I can understand because Tampa Bay was the better team. But to lose to those fraudulent Panthers, that's a joke. And now it gets worse. It doesn't get any better. It gets worse. Because now this team might be selling at the deadline. And Craig Berube's job, his coaching job in the Leafs organization, might be in danger because of the way the Leafs were playing. And I know I've heard someone on the internet saying, "Oh, fired Craig Berube. He's not doing a job. The reason why we're not doing well because we're playing slow under Craig Berube." Did you see the Blues play under Berube when he was coaching with the St. Louis Blues? He won a Stanley Cup in 2018-19. But the way how the Blues were playing under Berube, they weren't playing slow. Okay, other than trading O'Reilly to Toronto and guys like that, then I can understand. But my God, son, my God, it's completely utter crap that I just saw. One of the worst games of all time this season. Again. Oh my God. So let's just get to the game. Because this game is just completely inexcusable. Again. Really bad. So who starts in it for Toronto? Joseph Woll. For the Florida Panthers, Sergei Bobrovsky. That dude. Oh my gosh. That man. Great. So now we're going to have a hard time playing against Sergei Bobrovsky because the guy is unbelievable. As in, he can just stop anything. I know he had one bad season. He's going to have one bad season. But tonight he played well against Toronto. And that was some crap that I just saw. First period of the game was not pleasing. Because the Leafs allowed in 3 goals. 3 goals off of Woll. The first one came from a goal that was from a guy that played for Team Canada at the Olympics and 4 Nations. Main culprit, Brad Marchand. A Leaf killer, Brad Marchand, scores. And the Leafs go down 1-0 to those Florida bums by Brad Marchand. That's not good. Then the second one came off of a power play goal because, oh boy, Nicholas Roy tripped Matthew Tkachuk. Yet Matthew Tkachuk dove. And Carter Verhaeghe scored on the power play. So that's not good. Again. And then Leafs go on a power play, and I'm hoping that Leafs can get back in this game. Nope. They turn the puck over to Edwin Rodriguez. And the Leafs go down 3-0 to those Florida Panthers. Those Florida bums. God, I'm so irate. And the Leafs are down 3-0 to the Florida Panthers. Second period rolls around. Okay, they were out shooting them 11-10. Leafs were out shooting the Panthers 11-10. Even they got a power play where Simon Benoit gets smashed into the boards. And Leafs go in the power play. They didn't have a chance in the first half of the power play, so that goes to the third period. I mean, Leafs had their chances. Had some chances, even a breakaway by William Nylander, but it was Sergei Bobrovsky stopping Nylander. Great. And now we go to the third period, where I think the Leafs had life. They have life. Who scored? John Tavares on the power play, and the Leafs are down 3-1. We still have life. That was not long, and then of course not long after, Stamkos, or whatever his name is, he comes in, he scores, because Morgan Riley just flopped. He didn't, I think. But then the Leafs reviewed the play for offside, and yeah, Florida was offside. No goal. So Leafs still have life. And I thought maybe we have a chance to actually get back in this game. Make it a 1-goal game. Nope. It falls again. First off was the empty netter. But it's not one empty net goal. 2 empty net goals. The first empty net goal, Brad Marchand tries to score, hits bar. And I'm laughing. He missed it. And then I jinxed it, and Brad Marchand scores again on the scores again. That's the end of the. That's one empty netter. And then that fraudulent bum Matthew Tkachuk. That champion, well, like he's a fraud. He scores on an empty net goal again. That's it. It's 5-1. It's really frustrating how the fact that how the Leafs, they came off of a 3-game win streak against Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, and now coming in right before the Olympics. Now coming to post-Olympics, boom. It's not looking good because now the Leafs have lost 2 straight games. And it was 4-2 by Tampa Bay. I'm not discrediting Tampa Bay because they were a good team. And then, of course, the Leafs get destroyed by those Florida bums. 5-1. So if I do the math, that's 5 plus 4. That's 9 goals in the last 2 games to Tampa Bay and Florida. Are you kidding me? Good Lord. I mean, it's not the result I want, but it doesn't. It's so frustrating. It is so frustrating that the Leafs have lost 2 straight games coming off of the Olympics. Coming back from the break. This is what we put up. It's just not right. Absolutely not right. And, oh boy. So irate. One was off of a shorthanded goal. That made me so frustrated. And the referees. Don't even get me started on the referees. Because every call that Florida got, they got. Every call went Florida's way in the freaking regular season and the postseason. And tonight, the refs went on Florida's side, favoring Florida, favorable calls. Going Florida's way. Going the Panthers' way. I mean, good Lord. That's what frustrates me. It's the fact that the Panthers keep getting away with this. They have the refs back. Trying to get away with things. Try to have calls go their way. Well, says the one that had a goal disallowed. Yeah, that was your fault for going offside. And of course, you injuring Benoit. Intending to injure Benoit. God. And I'm just so disappointed. I'm just so disgusted that tonight Leafs played like absolute dog water. It's just unacceptable. I'm sorry. It's just not the way the Leafs were playing this season. They had an up and down season. They hit a snag. They lost. And I feel disgusted that this team is going on a downfall while I see the bad teams like the Habs, Bruins, Red Wings, Sabres go on the rise. That's unbelievable that I have to witness this team go on a downfall. Losing 2 games. I know it was a stinker, but I don't care. I do not care if it was a stinker, but man, that was inexcusable. And I don't have any words about this game. I felt like Toronto didn't deserve to get destroyed by the Florida Panthers. And I feel like losing to Florida was the worst thing. Was the worst case scenario. It was the worst thing. And now, the Leafs' playoff chance and the Leafs' chance of trying to extend the playoff streak might be in danger. And that's not good. I don't like where this is going. And I don't like where the Leafs were playing coming into tonight. And I just don't understand. Now we could just go on and off. Then now I got to see the Florida Panthers win. They got a free win, a free pass, a free win. It's unbelievable. I'm just so out of it. I'm just so freaking pissed that this just happened again. Oh, and you want to know something? Every time when I try to say, oh, the Panthers didn't deserve to win the Stanley Cup again, or say something, oh, the Panthers got away with a free win and stuff. Yeah, every time when I try to say that, Panthers fans just come after me, just come with the same bogus, telling me that it was deserved and Leafs suck because the Panthers were the better team. I mean, this is why this whole Keyshawn Panthers rivalry is going on nonstop. Because every time when I try to say something, whether I didn't like the way how the Panthers were getting away with wins or winning a Stanley Cup again, and me calling them frauds, reason why is because they get away with crap. That's my reasoning. Panthers fans just want to come at me and say, oh, they're not. They're a good team. They ain't a good team. They're fraudulent as far as I'm concerned. You get away with every call, playing dirty, and always finding a way to scave off scot-free. It's just unbelievable. Oh, and I am not done yet. Even Senators fans and a bit of Panthers fans try to come at me and say, oh, Matthew Tkachuk's your father, this and that. And I call them a fraudulent prawns. You know what? You know the rest. I censored it anyway. And they're like, hey, that's not nice to talk back to Matthew Tkachuk. That's not nice. He won't be happy. He's your father, and he'll be your father. See, that's what I don't understand. Is the fact that Matthew Tkachuk, all he does is this. Always talking, but never backing up. I understand he won 2 Stanley Cups, but all he does is this. Trash talk, trash talk, trash talk. Oh, and not to mention, this might be very unbelievably bad. Yeah, this is the one I'm showing. Where someone replied with this, where I was holding a photo of Matthew Tkachuk saying I love my dad, telling me that he's my father. The thing that really frustrates me is this. It's this. Telling me that Matthew Tkachuk owns me and telling me he's my father. Panthers fans! What the? I am never going to recover from this after saying that. Yep. This is just so bad. It really is. Now you just got to go out. I got to do something. It's either they win and try to make the playoffs, try to squeeze in the playoffs, or they crumble and sell the deadline. And I don't know what's going to happen moving forward. Because what you just saw tonight was disgusting. I guess that's about it. That's about it with this rant. The next game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they go and play against the Ottawa Senators Saturday night. And that Leafs team has to have a better start than this, because what I just saw was not acceptable. This is completely crap. Oh, and Florida, you may have won that game, but you were not getting away with another free win. And to Panthers fans, take that win over the Leafs and treat it like your Stanley Cup, because that was disgusting. And one more thing. One more freaking thing I want to say. Okay? Remember that Keyshawn Panthers rivalry where Panthers fans just try to tell me something where the Panthers deserved to win the Stanley Cup, or the Leafs were horrible and they deserved to get won by Florida, this and that. where Florida beats the Leafs in the playoffs in 2023 and 2025. I'm gonna say this once and I'll say it again, and you're gonna hear these words. The Keyshawn Panthers rivalry will not end until the Leafs beat the Florida Panthers in the playoffs. That's in a 4-game series. Until the Leafs beat the Panthers in the playoffs, that rivalry is going to continue. I don't know. I don't know what to say with this team. I really don't know.